I think it's a good idea to talk about the importance of taking care of your teeth and getting good quality work done versus, calling around and just, getting stuff to get you by and then having to redo the work several years down the road. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, it's always been our policy here that service and quality is what we've always focused on. A lot of people call around asking or wanting to find the lowest price around they can find. If you're, finances is always an issue, but if a person can do a little bit of work every year on their teeth, they'll end up having their teeth fixed up. But our focus has always been service and quality, to do the least amount of work on a tooth over a person's lifetime. So to try to do the very best work for the least amount of times on a tooth, and that way you end up with less root canals and less problems. If you do the work when it needs to be done and not let stuff fall apart, then you can keep things in better shape. They'll last a lot longer. And I have one patient, I've done a full mouth crowns on almost every tooth in his mouth, but he has no root canals because I did the crowns on the teeth when they needed them done. I didn't do these gigantic fillings, and he has no root canals. He has crowns in his mouth. The crowns will only probably need to be done one time in his whole life, just one time. We did him really good, and he's 60 years old now. He's invested the money and time in those teeth now, and he'll probably never have to have anything redone. He takes really good care of his teeth. And that's a good example of how a person, if they invest the money when they're younger, it will last them a lifetime. Right. Not everybody's teeth crowns will last a lifetime, but I tell people 20 to 30 years is a good number. But maybe you have to replace them, again after you do them. But there's a lot of people that have a lot of big fillings in their mouth, a lot of work that needs to be done, and then I like to just go through those people's mouths and just fix them up, and a lot of times they will never have to be worked on the rest of their life if we do the quality work, do a good service, and that's my philosophy: quality and service.
That sounds terrific. I think one of the things you said that was really important is to don't put it off, because putting it off just makes the problem way worse.
Yeah, well, you spend the money anyway, right. And I found some of the best patients I've found are single women that are just like secretaries. And they don't make that much money, but they put their money in their teeth. If they have a focus on that, if they're really interested and want to save their teeth, they put their money in their teeth. And I've fixed their mouth up. They have really good teeth. They'll have their teeth their whole life, and over the years they've just done everything that I wanted them to do, and their teeth are perfect. And several of them now retired. Their teeth are great shape. They've taken good care of themselves and no problems. Where another person might have spent all their money on something else, and now they have really bad teeth, and they haven't spent their money on their teeth, and now it's a problem, big problem.
It's a big problem. Things like where you can't even chew on one side of your mouth, or you have to lose some of your teeth.
Yeah, and there's a lot of people with a lot of problems, but the idea is if you do a little bit, if you can't afford very much, just do a little bit every year, do something every year. People spend their money on what they want to, and if you can spend $500,000 a year on your teeth, rather than say going out to eat or doing those kinds of things. I mean, if you go to the movie, sometimes I went to the movie last night and it was $40. I spent $40 to go in the movie. Well, if you save all that money over a period of time, you could do a crown on your tooth in 1 year easily.
Yeah, you sure could. How often? What kind of advice would you give to people? How often do you want to see them, just to have good dental health?
We like to see people every 6 months. Some people we need to see them more often than that because they have lots of gum problems. So we see them every 3 months with certain people. But every 6 months is appropriate. We take x-rays every year. You'd have to take x-rays every year to catch things before they get bad. So that's what we recommend.
And then when you see somebody and you look at their teeth and you X-ray them, do you kind of go through like a plan of what you think they need to do to keep their teeth healthy?
Yeah, we start out with, like infection would be the most important thing. Get rid of any infection. Then we go to the decay. Then we go to the third would be the cracked teeth. Teeth are going to break. And then we go maybe fourth importance would maybe be cosmetic things and those kind of things. So the most important thing is get rid of infection.
Well, it's just important to have good dental health. It really is.
And you have infection going through your body from your teeth and your gums. It affects the rest of your body. People that have infection in their gums and teeth have increased 30% increase of pancreatic cancer. Women that have lots of gum problems have more chance of losing their baby. Spontaneous abortion or losing the baby. Just lots of problems occur because of the germs traveling from your gums into your body. Yeah.
Right. So it's really important. Take care of your teeth. Find a dentist that you trust, that you have confidence in, someone that has been in the business for a long time and that provides good quality and good service.
Yeah. Yeah, we would be glad to work on anybody. We do the x-rays, and if a person would want to come in, we'd mention this this little television ad, and we would do an exam for free.
That's terrific. That sounds like a win-win all the way around. Come see Dr. Hurst. You want to give everybody your address and phone number?
Right below the LDS Temple. It's 150 East 200 North. Phone number 752-4533.
Perfect. Thank you so much.